Welcome back to How to Sell Everything Part 5. What a journey. Hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. Hope it's helped your sales process. If you've leveled up in your sales process, I get a lot of DMs all the time about those of you that have tried everything that I'm teaching you guys. If you've leveled up in the sales process, go ahead and comment below for me in the chat. And I want to hear how this has helped you and hopefully provide value. If you can do me a favor at the beginning of the video, throughout this series, the free content I'm giving you, like and subscribe for me. So that way I know, hey, I'm giving you the content you want. And if you guys need any other content, give me some ideas. Post it in the chat. I want to hear about them. But we've gone over a lot of different things. We've gone over what our body should look like, what our tonality should sound like, what our posturing should look like, what we should be doing with our hands during the sales call. We've gone over all these specific things. And tonight, we're going to get after it and talk about the specific sales process as a whole, and then talk about discovering. We're going to talk about discovering. So now we're going to get into what we should be saying in the sales call. Okay, so we're going to open up tonight with just discovery. That's going to be a major part in and of itself to help us make more sales as we continue to go along. So discovery can be called ammunition. Okay. So I don't want to make this really confusing for a lot of people, but ammunition is a great way to describe how you're going to discover the client. Okay, so discovery. Okay, so what's this discovery mean? Okay, so let's break down another industry. You guys all know by this point I do insurance. So I do insurance. Used to before I did basketball training. So let's jump into basketball training. Okay, so discovery of the client. This is before I ask for the billing. This is before I ask for banking, credit card, whatever it is. I'm breaking down, hey, what should I discover? Okay, so basketball training, okay? So I'm going to break down, hey, how old is this guy? What's his goals? Okay? What has he been doing to accomplish his goals, him or her? What have they been doing to improve their goals so far? Have they been going to camps? Have they been training on their own? Have they been, lifting weights? Have they been improving their athleticism, right? All these things on their own, right? Because I know if they're already getting results on their own, then now I have to build value a different way. Okay. Let's talk. Okay. So, hey, what have you guys been doing now that's caused you guys to feel like you might need something different? Okay. So it's like, well, we just don't feel like we're getting the attention, or we don't feel like we're getting the results we need, or we don't feel like we're getting to the next level in our process. Right? We don't know all these things. We have to figure out why we're not getting those results. Okay, so that's in the ammunition. So I'm going to break down a little bit more specific, right? So I gave you guys some intangibles. Hey, what's the discovery process there? There's basketball training. Let's take another industry. Let's take bugs. So let's say we're going door to door. We're going door to door with all these different people. Let's break down, hey, obviously I'm trying to break down the conversation. We're not talking about our openers. We're just talking about getting into kind of the sales cycle. Hey, what have you guys done in the past to take care of bugs? Okay, what have you guys used your own stuff? Have you done stuff with to take care of ants? Have you, whatever it is, how much, what have you guys budgeted yearly to take care of the bugs? Okay, how much money do you guys typically spend a year on it outside of potentially the normal budget? What have you seen in the past? Have other ants or spiders crawled in the house to then sometimes get in the house where it's caused specific things? Okay, no. Or yes. What have we done in the past? Okay, so I'm breaking down all those things, and then what makes you guys feel like you might need to do something different? So what makes you guys feel like you might need to do something different is always a question you should ask inside of the discovery, right? You need to know why they want something different, because if we could have just called them out of the blue, or hey, maybe they inquired about it. I need to figure out why they inquired about it. Okay, now let's take insurance. Okay, I do a lot of mortgage protection. Okay, I can break down annuities. I can also break down IULs. So let's take mortgage protection and IULs, because that seems to be two topics that are rapidly growing in the insurance space. So let's take mortgage protection. Hey, number one question is, how much right now is your entire house worth? Okay, and then second question on top of that is, how much are you paying per month? Okay, why do I ask that question? Well, that helps me with budgets. Okay, that helps me figure out where their budget is. Okay, now I need to figure out how much they might be overpaying or pay the house off sooner. That might help me spin them into a different product that might help them a little bit better. Okay. Third level on top of that is how long do you plan on being in the home? Okay. That helps you understand what exact product to look for there. When do you plan on having it paid off? Well, that helps me pitch a different way of spinning it at the very end as far as pitching. Okay. How much are you currently pulling in a month from an income statement? That helps me figure out, hey, how much they're pulling in to pitch them the correct product based on what they might be budgeting for this type of insurance. Hey, what are you doing right now to potentially? I don't want to ask this, but this helps me understand if they're thinking about offsetting the mortgage. So that's 401ks, Roths, any type of IRAs, any type of investment portfolio, any type of savings, or any type of potential life insurance. Knowing all those things helps me figure out where they might actually spin or give me an objection at the very end. So I got to figure out all those things. 401ks. If they have $1 million in their 401k and they're 75 years old and they pass away, okay, they got enough in there that they might not need the protection. And there's like another gap that I'll need to uncover inside of that understanding. Let's say they have a lot of savings. Okay, let's say the economy continues to rise. Or let's say they have $1 million in savings. Well, hey, why do you guys feel like you might need some coverage? Okay, because you have $1 million in your savings. Let's say they have $1 million in life insurance. Okay, what makes you guys feel like you need a different type of insurance to cover the house? Okay, I got to ask all these specific things, but these are going to lead to objections if I don't uncover the why or why they're wanting specifics. Let's take IULs, whole another process here. So when we're selling IULs, okay, that's a financial vehicle. Okay, it is a means of protection, sure, but it's a financial vehicle that people use to sometimes take the place of a 401k. Okay, so the number one question when we're doing IULs is like, hey, how much money do you want to make by the time you retire? How much money do you want to make by the time you retire if you're selling an IUL? Okay, so let's just say, hey, by the time they get to 65 years old, they want to make $5,000 every single month. Great. So based off of that question alone there, they just told me what they want to pay per month, simply just by discovering that. So a lot of you guys jump right into either building the why or just jump right into pitching numbers and options without uncovering the actual facts that are actually going to close the sale. If you do not discover with the client, you will not make the sale. Okay? That is a rookie mistake that is going to end up leading to think about it, to objections at the end, and then ultimately losing the sale down the line. Okay? So brief segment tonight on discovery, but a very important one. Hope you guys took down a lot of notes. Now let's just kind of recap a little bit, right? We want to uncover the point of discovery is we want to recap and uncover all the objections that we might get later down the line. It's always going to be specific based on your industry, but depending on your industry, you need to ask specific questions that will help you internalize and realize where the client is and then where ultimately they want to be. Man, I hope you guys got a lot out of that segment tonight and learning how to discover and sell everything every single time to the client as they're on the phone. If you guys are in a different sales industry, hope you got a lot out of that. Comment below some things that you might have learned throughout this segment specifically. Like and subscribe again for me. If you guys are in sales already and looking for another opportunity, or maybe you're in insurance already, click the link in my bio that goes to my calendar. That's going to go to a webinar that I have every single Thursday talking about insurance and how to succeed at a high level. And then it also talks about, hey, if you're looking for a potential another opportunity, you can book a licensed agent interview with me where you can talk with me and I can show you how our team is roughly doing $1 million a month. My top producer is doing over $100,000 a month. And my average agent's making around $30,000 to $40,000 every single month from just doing insurance. If that interests you, click the link in my bio that goes to my calendar and we can have a chat. And outside of that, guys, all I need you to do is be the best version of you. Get after it every single day. Hope you're enjoying this series. Stay tuned for next week and part 6, and where we're going to uncover the next episode and how to sell everything. Be the best.